What is going on? And welcome on inside yet another mini edition of the Business of Social podcast. I am your host, David Brickley. It's all been powered by STN Digital, and we're going to give you the 6 things that you need to be aware of as we approach the newest social platform that has came into existence in quite some time. Threads, Meta obviously released this just as we record this on July 11th on a Tuesday. This just came out last week, right? And I believe in 48 hours surpassed 30 million signups. As we sit here today on Tuesday, July 11th, the app has now topped 100 million, which beat out ChatGPT as the fastest app to ever get 100 million users. It took ChatGPT 2 months. It took TikTok 9 months, and Instagram itself back in the day, it took 2.5 years to reach that mark. So 100 million users for Threads is definitely something that Zuckerberg and Meta is excited about. There hasn't been a ton after the demise of Metaverse and these different things that Meta's came out with over the years. This is definitely something they can hang their hat on, and I'm sure the stock price and all that will continue to rise. So that's the number one thing you need to know, is the app is now topped 100 million in less than a week. Number 2 is how impressive is 100 million. Now, I always look back at what YouTube did when they released not necessarily a new platform, but they released a new feature, which was YouTube Shorts, right? And pretty shortly thereafter, they said they were beating TikTok at 1.5 billion monthly active users. Well, that was pretty easy to say because they were able to leverage the insane, user base that is YouTube, which is, what is it, number 2 or number 3 website on the planet. So anytime that you're able to siphon your current user base from one of the top 4 platforms on the planet, it's going to be much easier to get users to sign up. Especially, they made it very easy, and kudos to them. They made it a one-click ad. I do think this really allows the other platforms, think Snap, think Twitter, think TikTok, it really makes them think, can we bolt on other type platforms to our platform and do what Meta just did? Because it's really smart. You're siphoning the user base from another very, very prominent platform, and you can reach a ton of users really quickly. That can help your stock price. That can help your advertising revenue, all those different things that you need as metrics. So again, the first thing you need to know is this thing's over 100 million. The second thing is, let's keep in mind 2 things. One, it's a lot easier to get to 100 million when you're working with $1 billion already, or billion users that are already active. And kind of part B to number 2 is, I think other platforms haven't really thought about this. A lot of platforms have added features, right? Instagram added Instagram stories. YouTube added YouTube shorts. But to launch an entire brand new platform using the base, using really the foundation of another power player platform is very interesting. I think you'll see more and more of that come in the future. Number 3, monthly active users will be eventually, and always is, the measuring stick of how platforms succeed. So number 3 is monthly active users will be something that we monitor to see if Threads continues this early dominance. Now, Twitter is at 450 million monthly active users. When you measure Threads right now in the first month, you'll probably say that all 100 million right now are active because they've logged in. Maybe they've already commented or did a thread. But as we go on, we really need to get some more data, right? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe even a year to see the monthly active users and how active this base will be. Anybody that has an Instagram account can sign up because they think it's cool. They saw it in the news. They saw that their friends signed up. But it's really going to be about time spent on platform and if these users continue to create threads and to stay on the platform. So that'll be something we have to just wait and see. Patience will be a virtue there, but it'll be very interesting. Let's say this thing gets up to 250 million users in just 30 days. How many of that 250 are going to stay active in month 2? That's something that I'm keeping an eye on. Number 4, the power of the Facebook ad network. Now, keep in mind, not necessarily that brands trust the Facebook ad platform more than anybody else, but it definitely is the most consistent. It definitely has the most bells and whistles, and nobody really holds a candle to Facebook ad managers as far as their competitors go when it comes to really being able to market to an audience and get results. So the power of Facebook ads here is already Instagram is roped under that Facebook ad umbrella, and Zuckerberg and the team can very easily get Threads under that umbrella as well. And that is huge for the ability to make revenue relatively quickly. It's big for brands and agencies alike, where they can have a full-fledged funnel where they can hit 3 of the major social platforms all under one roof, all with the same ad campaign, getting very, very segmented in certain demos. So I'm excited about that, because as Threads continues to rise and as hopefully they become a power player in this industry, that'll be really easy to bolt on to all different types of paid media campaigns, and all your data, all your analytics will be under one roof. Number 5, you probably heard Twitter wants to sue now. Elon Musk is not too happy that there's essentially a copycat. He will not be successful, in my humble opinion, as all social networks copy each other. Zuckerberg obviously copied Snapchat with the 24-hour story when he did Instagram story. Twitter was the first social platform to come out with hashtags. Guess what? Every social platform copied that. So these things aren't like products where you can get patents on hashtags or patents on the 24-hour story. This is definitely a copycat league, and Zuckerberg, I think, saw an opening here with Elon Musk and the brand safety issues, and just a lot of people not being happy with how Twitter's being ran right now. Just a lot of erratic changes, a lot of platform changes, and not a lot of customer support on the Twitter side, especially for the big brands that spend money. And this is just an amazing time, and you got to give Meta credit, give Zuckerberg credit that they were able to strike while the iron's hot. And finally, number 6, the algorithm is going to be the key to the success of this platform post-launch. Now, think about it for a second. Obviously, everybody is joining. There's a FOMO to this whole thing. It's really easy. One-click ad from Instagram. Why not? I'll sign up for an account. But right now, I'll even speak from my experience. I'm following a lot of people that I probably wouldn't have chosen to follow, right? There's a lot of high school friends, a lot of people on my Instagram threads that aren't really giving me the content that I necessarily want to engage with. That's okay early on. But as we get into it, and as the algorithm starts to learn our behavior, you hope that it's more like TikTok, more like Instagram Reels, where it really starts to weed out maybe some of the high school friends, maybe some of the random people that you follow that you don't get a lot of value out of, or you're not really liking or spending time on their thread. Of course, early on, there's not enough users and there's not enough content, so you got to just kind of throw everything to the wall that sticks. But the amount of celebrities and creators, they already have Dana White, Tony Robbins, Gordon Ramsay, a host of athletes and celebrities that I think will make it be a place that you have to go to get certain type of content. But again, talent, the creator economy, if they're going to be paying creators to make sure that there's content that only lives on Threads and nowhere else, and how that algorithm is going to play early, because you're going to get a lot of drop-off from users if 3 months from now I'm logging in and 9 out of 10 threads don't speak to me. I don't really engage with it. I'll get bored with the platform, right? So that'll be Meta's biggest test, is over the next 30 days or so, can they start to weed out some of the content that you don't personally like? Just because they're your Instagram friend does not mean that you want to follow their threads forevermore, and start to dial in that algorithm. Therefore, advertisers can maybe market a little bit clearer, and there's more time spent on the platform. So just to recap, these 6 things that you need to know as we sit here. It's going to change a lot over the next 24 hours, week, months. But as we record this Tuesday, July 11th, the first thing that you need to know is the app is now topped 100 million users. That's the fastest a social app has ever, really any app has ever gotten to 100 million users. Number 2, let's keep in mind just how impressive 100 million is. Anytime you can siphon users from the behemoth that is Instagram, you got to kind of take that with a grain of salt. Number 3, monthly active users will be the metric you're going to want to track to see how much you want to invest, see how many resources. Again, the overall thing I've been saying across my social media and to our clients, get in there, play in the sandbox. Do not invest a ton of money and a ton of resources. We're going to have to see how this thing plays out. Nobody knows what strategy is. Nobody knows what best practices are just yet. So just, have your team or have one person on your team start to play around with it, and we'll see over the next quarter or so exactly how much of a player it is. Number 4, keep in mind, the reason why this is very interesting is it can all live under that Facebook ad umbrella. So potentially your ad campaigns can hit people across Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. Number 5, we know that Zuck and Elon may fight at the Coliseum in some type of cage match, but either way, they want to fight potentially in court as well, as Elon has threatened to sue for the copycat. So we'll keep an eye on that, but I don't think he really has a leg to stand on. And the 6th and final one is, again, the algorithm will be key post-launch to make sure all these excited users, all these people that have signed up due to FOMO, are going to stay on the platform because the algorithm is speaking to them, much like TikTok has figured out over the last couple of years. So there you have it. We wanted to come to you on a very special edition. It's not every day that a new social platform is launched. Of course, it's exciting for the social community. It's also kind of disheartening because I know a lot of people say, "Oh God, yeah, another platform." But I think in this instance, competition's good because Twitter was going down a very interesting path. So either Twitter starts to straighten out because of this competition, or maybe Twitter starts to fall off a little bit and users and brands alike move to Threads as that Twitter equivalent. So we hope you enjoyed this quick mini episode, the 6 things you need to know about Instagram Threads, about Meta, and what they've done with this new platform. We appreciate you listening as always. This has been yet another edition of the Business of Social podcast. My name is David Brickley. It's all been powered by STN Digital.